All right. So AQR 5.4 permutations with reruns. Just as a reminder, when we talk about permutation, we're talking about the fact that order matters. Okay? A, B, C is different than A, C, B. Okay? So that's what we mean when order matters. When we get to tomorrow, these two will be the same. It doesn't matter the order they're selected. They're participants. So this is like first place, second place, third place, or first in line, second in line, third in line. Okay. Multiple selections. So this isn't the rerun yet part, but in our do now in our problem, there was some questions about this one right now. And so I want to talk about this multiple selection. So I'm going to do one. It's not the same one from the do now, but very similar. We have 10 males and 9 females. 3 males will present, followed by 2 females. How many possible orders of presentations are there? So utilizing the counting principle is still something that's going to be very helpful for you, because we want to ask ourselves, how many selections are we making? So I like to think of it as, hey, first I have to make 3 selections. These are the males. So I got male 1, male 2, male 3, times, and then times I have 2 females. Female 1 and female 2, where ordering matters. So using the counting principle, I can just say, hey, how many males are possible to go first? How many males are possible to go first? How many males are possible to go first? 10. There's 10 different people who can go first, because a male is going first, and there's 10 males. There's 10 males. So how many different starting presentations can we be? If it has to be a male, there could be 10 different ways we can start the presentations. Okay? Now, since that person's already gone and we get to the second presentation, that person cannot go again because order matters. Now there's 8, and then now there's 9, and then there's 8 in there. All right, we get to the 4th presentation. We're selecting for the females now. It doesn't matter what happened with the males, there's females. How many different females can go first when the females are up? 9, and then 8 because they can't repeat. Now, this is the same thing. This is the same thing as NPR 10, choose 3, times N permutation R 9, 2. Okay. And if I go to my calculator, if I pull up my Desmos and I do this, I get 51,840 possible presentation rooms. So for example, and this is not statistics, but this is how this is kind of used. If let's say there was 5 students who are just they're really bad students, okay? And you're wondering, is your teacher vindictive or stuff like that? And all of a sudden, the first 3 males that are called are students who are not there. The teacher randomly calls the 3 students who are the worst in the class, followed by the 2 girls who are the worst in the class. That seems a little fishy, because what are the chances that that would happen? 1 out of 51,840, and I think that's pretty unlikely to happen by chance. And this is how these counting principles, this is how probability, as a follow-up to this topic, is used. Because there's 51,804. What's the chance that that one single outcome would have occurred? People use that. That's just how when you go to trials and evidence, and it's like, whoa, something's fishy here. There's a 1 in 50, which is like 0.0000, % of a chance. So there's that part. Next piece, which is the one we're really focusing on, which is the reruns, arranging letters, which we've done before. So let's look at a problem. So we've done so far unique letters. All right. So when we have unique letters where all letters are different, we did that. So for example, how many orders or ways can we arrange the letters in the word boat? Okay, we've done this. How many of these letters are we using? How many so far? How many letters are there? 4. How many of the letters are we using? No. How many? So of the 4 letters, how many letters are we going to be using? Don't overthink it. Still 4. We have 4 letters, and we're going to use all 4 letters. So N and R are both 4. For example, this is different than I said, how many 3-letter words can we create? I could have said that. I could have asked that question, right? How many, using these 4 letters, how many 3-letter words or how many 3-letter passwords could we create using these 4 ones? But we're going to use all of them. So in this case, just to note, N is 4 and R is 4. What's the answer for this problem if we're using all 4? 4, just 4 factorial, which again is the same thing as NPR 4, 4. Okay, you're using all of them. Okay, you could have done it either way. Oh, if I'm using all of them, it's just 4 factorial. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So when I do that, I get 6, 24. There are 24 different ways to do this. Okay. They're all unique. But what happens when there are repeated letters? This is known as, these are known, that's a little better word, sorry, these are known as reruns. So example, same question. How many ways can we arrange the letters in the word book? Book. We did boat before, now we're doing book. Feels very similar, but what's the problem? Feels the same, well, what's the problem here? How does book differ from boat? We have two repeats. We have two O's. There are two O's. Do we know the difference between the first O and the second O? It's just an O. So we have to take that into account. So the answer, there are two O's. Okay? And to do that, all we need to do is divide by the possible words created from the repeats. Which in this case would be what? How many words for the two letters? How many different possibilities are there for the two letters to be repeated? Two. If I have two letters and I'm choosing the two letters, it's 2 factorial. So my answer, which is going to be 2, my answer here is going to be 4 factorial over 2 factorial. This is the difference right here. So when we think about it, it's NPR, I have 4 and I'm using 4 over 2 factorial. That's the way, it's the easiest way to think about it. And this 2 factorial comes from the 2 O's, which gives me 12. That's it. Of course, let's get a little bit more complicated so that you can see it. So because there's 2 O's, there's going to be 2 words, or we have to divide by 2 because that's how many different words are going to be the same with the 2 different O's for the possibilities. We'll do one more example, and I think the next example should click for it. Arrange, I'm not going to write all the words, ... The word is possibilities. The word, how many possibilities are there a way to arrange the words, the letters in the word possibilities? Okay. How many ways are there to arrange the letters in the word possibilities? 13 what? 13, not 13 ways, 13. First off, it would be 13. No, with everything we've done so far. So if there's 13 letters and we're using all 13 letters, we would start with 13 factorial. There's 13 factorial ways. That's a lot more than 13. However, there are repeats. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3 S's. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 I's. So we are, let me change this color here. 13 factorial, there we go, like that. So we're going to divide by, first off, all the S's. How many different ways are there for S's? 3 what? 3, no, there's not 3 possibilities, there's 3 factorial possibilities. And I'm also going to divide by 4 factorial. So it's 3 factorial times 4 factorial on the bottom. So when I go to my calculator on Desmos, I'll come back to this. When I go to my calculator, I'm going to start off with my I like to hit the fraction button or division. 13 factorial. Again, also known as NPR 13. Since I'm using all 13 letters, it's simply 13 factorial. Or I could have done NPR 13, 13. Factorial function over 3 factorial times 4 factorial. And there is my answer. Now again, if I wasn't using all 13 letters, let's say I was using 12 of the letters. I start with the NPR 13, comma, however many letters I'm using. In this case, though, I am using all 13 letters, divided by the 3 repeated letters for the S times the 4 repeated I's. You can see they're the same thing. Now, the reason why this top one might be a little bit more helpful is if I'm not using all 13 letters. So if I'm only using 5 of the letters. Okay? Enter. There we go. So my answer here, and this ends our notes. My answer is 43,243,200 possibilities. Now, some of the problems at the end of your homework are going to lock in a letter or letters. Okay, it's going to say, so you can just think of that, and you're not even using that letter. So if you have to, for example, if P had to be the first letter, then how many letters am I arranging? If P had to be the first letter, how many letters am I working with then? How many letters am I going to be arranging around? There's 13 letters, but I told you P has to be the first letter. There's 12. I'm just going to be 12. So everything changes except for it's 12 factorial now. Because this first one has to be a P. So we just say, okay, I really only have 12 to work with. So it'll be 12 factorial instead of 13. If I said the first 3 letters had to be POS, I'm only working with 10 letters because I'm locking that in. So you'll see some problems at the end. It says the first 3 letters have to be POS. Well, that's a little problem because there's multiple. Yeah, same thing. So I would do the same thing. I'm only working with those letters. All right? And that's it.